Hi, this is Tom Wilson. I'm going to talk a little bit about detailing the back of buildings and also some stuff that was not in the article about designing when you're putting your buildings on the layout. We'll talk a little bit about some of the details that I've added to the back of the buildings. A quick overview is that we've added meters with electric lines. We've cut out the wall and put in a porch with the steps coming down. We have concrete porch landings. Just some little details with the garbage cans. We've put lights over the doors. On our office building, we've installed a fire escape. Doors going to the basement. The story behind this building was it was originally coal and it was converted over to gas, so we have a coal door, we have a gas meter. We have on the roof was our new vents coming off our gas furnaces. At our grocery store, this was probably the least I've done to the building, other than we did put the rooftop units on and some vents, that type of stuff. We just put a canopy over for when they're loading the trucks. We have the set of stairs that are going up, which makes it a little bit different instead of you're just seeing a square building. With some vines growing up the corners. We do have, each building has a meter and the power lines coming up. Becky's Workstation Cafe was probably one of my favorite things to do. It had the most that was done to it. We have a refrigeration unit on the roof. We have condensing units. We have a grease exhaust fan, the makeup air. We have the correct distances to the mechanical code. We also have a walk-in freezer, cooler, whatever you want it to be. It doesn't really matter. We have a condensing unit. We have a fan coming off the back, which is off of a dishwasher. We've boarded up the window because right here would be the dishwasher. We have grease barrels on the outside. We also have a gentleman, he's getting the wood for a wood-fired inside grill. When designing the scene, I bought buildings that were different sizes. I kept the front straight as what the sidewalk would be, but the back of the buildings have different dimensions from the front, so they give you a little bit of a staggered look. Also, one of the other things that I needed to do is I needed to have a road in the front to make it look like cars instead of the building smack up against the backdrop. So on this end of the is against the backdrop, but I put a fence there to buffer the look between the backdrop. On this end of the scene, we have room for a truck. I also put the fence down there just to help hide it, so it looks like you're looking at the distance. The truck has just enough room to go in there, so it looks like it's going down the street and the street is curving away. These buildings were actually in Rookyard. This is the side view of Becky's Workstation Cafe, and we have the sign, and we have another sign here. And to separate between the parking lot of the Associated Grocers and Becky's, we have a fence, but it's in an angle, which gives a little more better look to it with a tree in the middle, so it doesn't look like it's all jumbled together. There was a small commercial district, which was only 3 or 4 stores in the back of Rookyard, which faced the back of the yard. And then on the other end of the yard was Associated Grocers. A few of the other things that I did is I built a ditch between the alleyway and the yard for drainage water. This is the total view that you see of Rookyard on my Pittsburgh and West Virginia. That's Associated Grocers. And then we have our little street scene with our back of buildings, which we have been detailing. And in part 1 we did the rooftop details. And I still have one more building. It's has to be detailed yet. and that's our city door and sash. And then we have the repair shop in the yard. I hope you've enjoyed our visit to the Pittsburgh and West Virginia on detailing the back of buildings.